Day 16, we're back. We're getting it in. We're locking it in. Today, we're talking about feedback. I know negative feedback can sting, whether it's from a customer or a random social media comment or even someone close to you questioning your business. It is tough. You're putting your heart and soul into this thing, and when someone criticizes it, it's like, ugh, it feels personal, right? So, here's some steps to get past that. Number one, it's not personal, right? That's the first thing. Let's remind ourselves that it's not personal. I know it feels personal because your business is your baby. You've worked so hard, and when something or someone criticizes it, it feels like they're criticizing you. But the truth is, most of the time, it's not about us at all. People are sharing their opinions based on their own experiences and expectations. Maybe they had a bad day, maybe they expected something different, or maybe they're just not your target customer. And that's okay, right? Not everyone is going to love what you do. They're not going to love what we do, and that's completely normal. Number two, listen for the truth. Here's where it gets interesting. There is usually a little nugget of truth in negative feedback. I'm sorry to say. Not always, but often enough, it's worth listening to. When you get criticism, try to step back and, really ask yourself, is there something that I can learn from with this? Does this point out a blind spot I didn't realize I had? Is this a pattern or just a one-off comment? An example is if someone says something like, well, shipping took forever, and you're like, wait, this is the third time I've heard that. Well, then that's worth looking into your shipping process or, your carrier that you're using. Maybe you can tweak something to make it smoother. But if somebody's saying something like, I don't like the color of your packaging, and you're like, well, okay, but everyone else loves it, then maybe that's just their preference and you can just move on. Before I move on, be sure to download the free Starting Your Business checklist. Link is in the description. It's just nice to have a checklist to keep you on track and organized. It's completely free. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So number three, separate the trolls from the critics, right? Let's talk about trolls for a second because let's be honest, not all feedback is helpful. Some people just want to stir the pot, right? We all know people like that. If someone's being rude or mean or clearly just trying to get under your skin, you don't owe them your energy. Seriously, just block, delete, and move on. Your time, our time is too valuable to spend on trolls. Now, constructive criticism, that comes from people who actually care enough to give you feedback that you can use. So focus on those folks, not the ones hiding behind their keyboards trying to ruin your day. When you do get feedback, number four, how to respond gracefully. So let's say you get some negative feedback that's constructive. How do you respond? Well, my go-to process is first I pause, I take a breath to get my feelings out the way, and I don't reply when I'm feeling emotional. I give myself some time to cool down and think it through. And then I acknowledge their feelings. Something simple like, thank you for sharing your feedback. I'm sorry this didn't meet your expectations. That goes a long way with people. And if you can, offer a solution if possible. If it's something that you can fix, let them know what you'll do to make it right. If not, just be honest but polite. For example, if a customer says, this didn't work for me, you can say, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'd love to learn more about what went wrong so I can improve. And you'd be surprised how far a little kindness and understanding can go. I've experienced it, and that makes me want to keep doing business with companies that do that. Next, you want to use feedback to grow. The best part about feedback, even the kind that's tough that we don't want to hear, is that it helps us grow. Every successful business owner has faced criticism. It's part of the process. Think of negative feedback as a tool. It might help you to improve your product or service. It might refine your processes, better understand your customers' needs. I always say feedback is kind of like that mirror. It shows you what you might not see on your own. We all know what that's like, right? When you go into the dressing room and you're like, what? Anyway, the more that you embrace the feedback, the stronger your business will be. And last, number 6, and I think it's the most important, is protect your energy. Let's not forget about you, about us in all of this. Dealing with negativity can be draining. So it's really important to protect your energy. What I like to do is just set boundaries. Even when it comes to customers, don't let one negative comment ruin the entire day. Focus on the positives and remind yourself all the good feedback and happy people and customers you've already had. So keep your why in mind. That helps. Remember why you started the business in the first place. The purpose is stronger than that criticism will ever be. So just to wrap it up, remember, it's not personal. Listen to the truth when you get it. Ignore the trolls, respond gracefully, and use it as a tool to grow and, most importantly, protect your energy, because your business needs you. It can't function without you. And if you're a mess, it's not going to work. I'd love to hear from you. How do you handle negative feedback? Share your tips in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.